All right, here I am at the Oklahoma City Farm Show. It's really cold and windy this early April. Let's go see what they have. Pressure washer. That would be really nice for washing off greasy mowers, but they cost a little bit. Here we are at the Spartan mowers. I would be curious to try out one of these flat-free tires at some point. Still too much money for me. Spartan is still a relatively newcomer in my opinion of the lawnmower game, so wait a little and see how they do. Here we go. A Coyote zero turn. That's cool. I didn't know Coyote had a zero turn offering. I wonder what the specs are on this. Okay, so it looks like they use the Hydro Gear ZT transaxles. Not a surprise, that's pretty common. It seems like these days. I'm old school, I still like the individual pumps and wheel motors, but I guess those cost more. I think they're more reliable though. It's got one of the modern control displays here. I'm curious how long these things will last, like how durable they are. Just regular analog stuff is pretty durable and it's a mower, so how fancy do you need it to be? That's my perspective, but I don't mow all day in and out. Got a separate parking brake here, not a surprise. But I like the ones where the parking brake is just when you push the levers out. Those are most convenient, but even Grasshopper doesn't have that. Feels like a decent mower. Who knows about the long term though? I've got a ZD over here. What's the top speed?
About 12 miles an hour.
12, okay, pretty standard for a diesel. Does Coyote make these in-house?
They do.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
And where are they manufactured?
South Korea.
How much does this machine weigh?
This one is going to weigh about 1,800. That deck is extremely heavy built.
Yeah, look at that bracket right there.
Yeah.
That's like 1/4-inch plate.
Double plated on the top. Raise and lower your deck. Foot pedals.
Okay, hydraulic.
Hydraulic.
Nice. So I just talked to the guy, and this mower I think is somewhere around 16,000, but it's got its own transmission, hydraulic internal clutch for the deck. He said that they're designed to go around 6,000 hours, which is pretty significant. There's not really anything on the market that they think is really comparable, just some of the higher end, really high end Kubotas, but they designed this one to be better than the Kubotas. The same guy also does sell Grasshoppers, and before Coyote came out with this a couple of years ago, he said that what is the Grasshopper 428D or something, was his nicest mower, but he thinks this one is better. So that's interesting because he does have Grasshopper as well, which of course you know I'm a fan of Grasshopper. Coyote designed this to beat out the Kubota and be the best heavy-duty mower, which is kind of designed for farmers who are mowing bar ditches and things like that. I'd love to actually try to run and operate one. I think he said about 12 mile an hour top speed. Yeah, I didn't know Coyote was even making zero turns, but they introduced their, I guess, the rest of the lineup maybe 6 years ago or so, he was saying. They just never brought them here to the farm show and decided to start doing that now. Is it the best mower? I don't know. So we got the Gravely's. I did not know that Gravely made a mini skid. This is cool. How have they done as far as sales go in the last 3 years since they introduced them?
They hadn't been that good because of price point. You know, when they first came out, they were in the 30,000 range, 35,000, which if
that's
you're
like
spending that much, you can get Kubota or Bobcat, right? So the past few years, they really worked on getting the cost down. So now, after this year, right now they're about 18,000.
Now this is cool. Can you tell me anything about this?
It's a remote controlled flail mower, so it'll hold up to a 50-degree incline. It'll also mow out to 300 yards.
It's a cool little mower though. I didn't realize Gravely was doing stuff like this.
Yeah, all within the past 5 years.
Yeah, I'll admit, Gravely wasn't a brand I really care that much about because it kind of seemed like it'd gone more homeowner, not a lot of commercial and like cranking them out.
They were really known for their L models back in the day.
Right, like walk-behind tractors, rear-engine riding mowers back in the 1970s and stuff like that. What's the life expectancy on one of these?
You're talking anywhere 2,000 plus hours.
Right,
I mean,
so pretty standard.
Up to 1,500.
Warranty to 1,500, but 2,000 hours. Well, that's convenient.
Yep. Super easy to work on.
Nice. Here we go. Kubota Zero. This probably is the competition for the Coyote. Probably hydraulic deck up and down. Set it up here. A lot of similarities actually. This thing probably has a wet clutch too. So this thing probably is the closest competitor to the Coyote zero turn. The Kubota's a nice looking mower too. Oh, pretty heavy duty. I do think that the Coyote looks a little bit more heavy duty, and it is a lower price. So I would be tempted to go with a Coyote, although I really like Kubota as a brand. If the Coyote is really around $16,000, it'd be hard to justify another $4,000 for a mower. It may or may not be any better. I'm a little partial to Toro after having our small residential ones that I liked so much. So I kind of like the Toros. So this is basically like one of the Exmark navigators. I don't know if Exmark still makes them anymore. They're very, very similar to a walker and have some similarities to a front mount Grasshopper with the catcher on the back. Only this is a little more compact and integrated. It probably leaves a little better cut because I think they have timed blades in there. You notice the deck is straight across the front. The blades are not offset, so they're timed and have to overlap. Oh, a telescoping arm? That's cool. All right, we are back from the farm show. I had a really nice time there. It's been a little bit since I've been there, so it was really nice to get back there and go see all the new products and stuff. And what really stood out to me was the Coyote, I forgot the model of it, the Coyote zero turn with the diesel, and with their own custom transmission that they've designed for it. It just seems like a really well-built machine. That was one of my takeaways. Also, it was nice to kind of catch up and refresh myself on the Gravely products and some of the Toro products. Anyway, thank you all so much for joining me on today's adventures, and don't be afraid to get out there and make a story, break a wrench, but stay safe, and we'll catch you on the next one.